Have you ever felt like your mind is working against you, spiraling into worry, stress, or doubt? What if I told you that you have the power to take control, to break free from the chaos, and to master your thoughts? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to regain control of your mind, harness its true power, and transform your life. Stick around, because this might just be the game changer you've been looking for. Number 1. Awareness. Awareness is the first step to controlling your mind. But what does it really mean to be aware? It's not just about noticing what's happening around you, it's about tuning into your inner world, the thoughts and emotions that shape your actions and reactions. Most of us live in autopilot mode, reacting to life without fully understanding why we feel or think the way we do. But awareness changes that. It gives you the power to pause and observe your thoughts as they arise. When you're aware of your thoughts, you stop letting them control you. Instead, you begin to question them. Are these thoughts true? Are they helpful? Are they based on fear or reality? By becoming aware of your mind's constant chatter, you start to take back control. Instead of being a slave to negative thought patterns, you can choose how to respond. For example, when you feel anxiety creeping in, awareness allows you to step back and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is it rooted in the present moment, or is it just an old fear reappearing? The more you practice awareness, the easier it becomes to spot these thoughts and redirect them. It's not about forcing positivity, but creating the space to choose your response. Through awareness, you shift from being a passive observer of life to an active participant in your own story. That's when real change begins. So, start small. Take a moment each day to check in with yourself. What are you thinking? How are you feeling? With awareness, you unlock the ability to choose your thoughts, and in doing so, you take the first step towards controlling your mind. Number 2. Understanding the mind's mechanism. Understanding your mind's mechanism is the key to taking control of it. Your mind is like a machine that processes information constantly, shaping your thoughts, emotions, and decisions. Most people don't realize how much of their lives are controlled by automatic thought patterns, but when you understand how your mind works, you become the driver, not the passenger. At its core, your mind is a survival tool. It's wired to protect you by constantly scanning for threats, often by creating worst-case scenarios. This is why fear, anxiety, and hesitation surface when you step outside your comfort zone. Your mind isn't focused on growth, it's focused on safety. This is why you might feel paralyzed or doubtful before taking a big leap in life. Your mind also filters the world around you, choosing what to pay attention to based on your beliefs and past experiences. This means that two people can experience the same event, but walk away with different perceptions. If you believe you're not good enough, your mind will focus on evidence that supports that belief, often overlooking things that challenge it. But understanding this gives you the power to reprogram your mind. If you've been feeding it negativity and fear, it's like running outdated software. By consciously feeding it positive, empowering thoughts, you can install new, better programs. Over time, your mind will shift to focus on possibilities, strengths, and opportunities rather than limitations. Your mind also has something called confirmation bias, which means it looks for evidence that supports what you already believe. This is why when you think you're going to fail, your mind finds every little sign that supports that belief. But once you realize this mechanism, you can start to change your thought patterns. By shifting your beliefs, you can guide your mind to find evidence of your strength and potential, not your shortcomings. At the end of the day, understanding how your mind works is about recognizing that your thoughts don't define you. They are simply products of your mind's processes. Once you understand this, you can change the way your mind operates. turning it into a powerful tool that supports your goals, growth, and success. Number 3. Rewiring the mind. Rewiring your mind isn't an overnight transformation. It's a gradual process that requires patience and persistence. But the truth is, your mind is incredibly powerful, and with the right tools, you can change the way you think, feel, and experience the world. Think of rewiring your mind like remodeling a house. It takes time, but the result is life-changing. At the core of rewiring is understanding that your thoughts are habits formed over years by your environment, experiences, and beliefs. If you've spent your life thinking negatively or doubting yourself, it's because your brain has developed pathways reinforcing those thoughts. The good news is, your brain is malleable. Through neuroplasticity, your brain can create new connections, allowing you to change the patterns that no longer serve you. The process starts with awareness. You have to recognize the negative thoughts that shape your life. Are you filled with doubt when faced with challenges? These are the automatic thoughts that need to be rewired. Just noticing them is the first step, but simply noticing isn't enough. You need to challenge these thoughts. Ask yourself, are these thoughts true? Are they based on facts, or are they just fears from past experiences? More often than not, these thoughts are false, outdated programming. To rewire, you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. It's not easy, and it won't happen overnight, but consistency is key. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, consciously replace it with something positive. If you think, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of success." At first, it might feel unnatural, but just like exercising a muscle, with practice, your brain will strengthen these new, positive neural pathways. Over time, the old negative patterns will weaken. Affirmations play a big role in this. These are positive statements that you repeat daily to reprogram your subconscious mind. At first, they may feel like empty words, but like learning a new language, repetition will eventually make them feel natural. Over time, affirmations such as "I am enough" begin to align with your actions and beliefs. Visualization is another powerful tool. By vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals and feeling the emotions of success, you're training your brain to believe that what you want is possible. Your brain doesn't distinguish between real and imagined experiences, so when you visualize success, you're programming your mind to expect it. Rewiring also means letting go of the past. Many of us carry emotional baggage that affects how we see ourselves and the world. Releasing this baggage doesn't mean forgetting it. It means accepting it, learning from it, and choosing not to let it control your present. Forgiving yourself and others frees you from the chains of past pain, allowing you to move forward. Surrounding yourself with positivity is crucial. Your environment, people, media, and your physical space greatly influences your mindset. To rewire your mind, cut out negative influences and surround yourself with those who inspire and challenge you to grow. Rewiring your mind requires time and consistency, but every small change is progress. Through awareness, challenge, affirmations, visualization, and letting go of the past, you begin to reshape your mindset. You have the power to create the life you desire. All it takes is the willingness to do the work. Start small, and over time, you'll experience profound transformation. Number 4. The role of self-discipline. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of personal growth and success. It's not about being perfect or following a set of rigid rules. It's about consistently making decisions that align with your long-term goals, even when it's hard. It's about recognizing that true success comes not from instant gratification, but from the ability to delay short-term pleasure for the greater good. Self-discipline is about doing the things that matter, even when you don't feel like it. It's easy to get caught up in the desire for immediate rewards. We're constantly tempted by distractions and comforts that promise quick satisfaction. But self-discipline teaches you to say no to these fleeting desires and focus on what really matters. It's the strength to resist the urge to give up when things get tough. It's the power to push through discomfort and take consistent action, even when the results aren't immediately visible. Building self-discipline doesn't mean being overly harsh or unforgiving with yourself. Instead, it's about cultivating a mindset where you respect your future self enough to make decisions that benefit you in the long run. It's about nurturing the ability to stay focused and work towards your goals, regardless of the distractions or challenges you face. Self-discipline isn't about denying yourself happiness. It's about understanding that true fulfillment comes from achieving something meaningful, something that takes effort, time, and perseverance. The role of self-discipline in controlling your mind is crucial because it helps you take responsibility for your thoughts and actions. It encourages you to build habits that support your goals and values. When you practice self-discipline, you begin to shift your mindset from being reactive to proactive. You realize that you have the power to shape your life, not by luck, but by making disciplined choices every day. At the heart of self-discipline is consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel motivated. It's about taking one small step after another, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Over time, these small steps add up to big results. Every action, every choice you make towards your goal strengthens your ability to stay disciplined and build momentum. And the more momentum you create, the easier it becomes to stay focused and committed. Self-discipline is not about denying yourself the joys of life, but about finding balance. It's about understanding that hard work and pleasure can coexist. It's about knowing when to push yourself and when to rest, but always with purpose. True self-discipline allows you to work on your goals while also taking care of your well-being. It's a long-term commitment to yourself and your future, a commitment that pays off in the form of lasting success and fulfillment. Ultimately, self-discipline is the bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. It's the foundation upon which you build your dreams. When you embrace self-discipline, you take control of your life, your choices, and your destiny. It's the key that unlocks your potential, allowing you to achieve things you once thought impossible. And when you master it, you'll find that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle and create the life you truly desire. Number 5, the power of perspective. Perspective is one of the most transformative tools you have in controlling your mind and how you experience life. It's not about what happens to you, but about how you choose to perceive what happens. Life can throw unexpected challenges, but your perspective on those challenges determines whether they break you or make you stronger. The shift in how you see things holds the power to change everything. Imagine you face a setback, whether it's a failure, a tough situation, or something completely unexpected. At first, it might feel like a blow, something you can't overcome. But if you change your perspective, that same situation could be seen as an opportunity for growth, a lesson that teaches you resilience, or even a stepping stone to something better. It's not the event itself, but how you view it that truly shapes your reality. This is where the power of perspective lies, in its ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Life will always have obstacles, but when you choose to view those obstacles not as barriers, but as chances for learning and self-improvement, you empower yourself to keep moving forward. If you only focus on the negative side of things, everything will feel overwhelming. But when you intentionally shift your focus to the positives, no matter how small they may seem, you start to see more options, and fewer limitations. A powerful way to shift perspective is by asking the right questions. Instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can this challenge help me grow?" It's easy to fall into a victim mentality, feeling helpless or stuck. But when you choose to change your viewpoint, you see that you're not at the mercy of circumstances. You are the one in control of how you interpret those events. Gratitude is another lens that can help shift your perspective. When you start focusing on the things you're grateful for, even the smallest things, you begin to appreciate life differently. Gratitude helps you see the good in every situation, even when it's hard to find. It gives you a sense of peace and contentment, shifting your mind from scarcity to abundance. Suddenly, your challenges don't seem as daunting, and your life feels fuller. Perspective also influences how you interact with others. When you view people through a lens of empathy and understanding, your relationships improve. Instead of judging or assuming, you learn to connect with people on a deeper level. You realize that everyone has their struggles, and showing compassion can transform interactions. Ultimately, perspective is about choice. You can choose to see the world as a place full of obstacles, or you can see it as a place full of possibilities. You can choose to focus on the negative aspects of life, or you can focus on what you can control and how you can grow from any situation. The power of perspective gives you the ability to change your reality. When you shift your viewpoint, you open the door to new opportunities, new insights, and new strength. By changing how you perceive the world, you take charge of your emotions, your mindset, and your future. Perspective shapes the life you lead, and when you control it, you truly control your mind. Number 6. Letting go of what you can't control. In life, we often spend so much time and energy trying to control things that are beyond our reach, other people's behavior, the past, or the unknown future. We get caught up in overthinking, trying to manipulate situations or fix things that are simply out of our hands. But here's a truth we must accept. There is so much in life that we cannot control, and the more we try to control it, the more stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed we feel. Letting go of what you can't control isn't about surrendering to a passive life. It's about choosing to release the grip on things that only drain your energy. The moment you start to let go, you free yourself from the constant tension of trying to shape every outcome to your liking. You stop fighting against life and start flowing with it. This means accepting that you cannot change other people's thoughts, actions, or feelings. You can't force someone to see things your way, to love you the way you want, or to behave as you wish. The more you try, the more you waste energy on things that won't budge. When you stop trying to control others, you gain back your peace. You realize that the only thing you can control is your response, your attitude, and your choices. The past is another area we often try to control. Regrets, mistakes, and missed opportunities can weigh heavily on our minds. We replay the past over and over, wishing we had done things differently. But here's the harsh truth. The past is gone. No amount of worrying or rethinking will change it. Letting go of past hurts and mistakes means freeing yourself from the mental prison of what could have been, and embracing the reality of what is. The future, too, is an area we often try to control. We want to plan everything, anticipate every challenge, and secure every outcome. But the future is uncertain and unpredictable. Worrying about the future is a waste of energy that prevents you from fully engaging with the present. Instead of stressing over what may or may not happen, the key is to focus on what you can do today. You can't predict the future, but you can make the most of the present moment. Letting go also means releasing the need for perfection. Life is messy and unpredictable, and trying to control every detail only leads to frustration. Perfection doesn't exist in this world, and striving for it will only create dissatisfaction. Embrace imperfection and allow things to unfold naturally. Let go of the belief that everything has to be just right. When you let go of the need for perfection, you open yourself up to the beauty of life's imperfections. Releasing control is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It takes courage to accept that some things are out of your hands, but when you stop trying to control everything, you begin to live with more clarity, less stress, and greater freedom. You start to trust yourself and life itself. You realize that you can handle whatever comes your way, even if it's uncertain or unexpected. Letting go of what you can't control is ultimately an act of self-care. It's about preserving your mental and emotional energy for the things that truly matter: your health, your relationships, your personal growth. When you stop carrying the weight of the uncontrollable, you make room for peace, joy, and presence in your life. And when you finally accept that not everything is within your control, you find the power to live fully in the moment, no matter what happens next. Number 7, the journey begins. At some point, you'll realize that controlling your mind isn't an end goal, but a lifelong journey. It's not about finding the perfect moment when everything clicks, but about embracing the process, with all its ups and downs. The path to self-mastery won't be smooth or predictable, but each step will lead you toward a deeper understanding of yourself. The journey begins when you accept that change takes time. It's not about quick fixes, but about consistent progress. It's about focusing on each small step, even when the results aren't immediate. The first thing you need is self-belief, believing that you are capable of change and growth. Without that belief, the journey can't even begin. As you start walking this path, you'll become more aware of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. You'll realize how much of your life has been lived on autopilot, driven by unconscious patterns. But now, as you begin to pay attention, you'll notice your mind's power. It's always been inside you, just waiting to be tapped into. You will face challenges, doubts, and moments of frustration. There will be times when it feels like you're not making any progress, but that's when patience and consistency come in. Change happens gradually. You won't always see it, but each small effort adds up. Every action, every thought redirected is a step toward greater control. The key is to trust the process, even when it feels slow. Every challenge, every obstacle is a lesson in disguise. With each step, you'll begin to see that the true power lies in how you respond to life, not in trying to control everything around you. The journey to mastering your mind is ongoing. It never truly ends. It evolves as you do. Are you ready to begin? The moment you decide to take control of your mind is when your journey starts. It's not about perfection, but progress. Each step you take leads you closer to a more empowered, peaceful version of yourself. You have the power to control your mind, and with every small step, you're getting closer to mastering it. Remember, the key is in your hands. You just have to choose to use it. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep growing together. Your mind, your life, take charge. See you in the next one.